Hey guys, it's Matt here from Slingshots, and I'm going to be showing you an updated tutorial on how to make a slingshot. This time it's going to have more than one slice of wood and it's going to have palm swells and everything. So yeah, it's going to be great. I'm going to make a Morhammer slingshot. I have the template right here, as you can see. And yeah, so I'm going to cut to showing the cutting out. Here is a loose drawing of the template. It's better to be too big than too small because you don't want to have a missing bit here and make it all unnatural. So I'm going to cut it out with the jigsaw, and yeah. Here's the cutout slingshot. I'm gonna go cut out the next two pieces, and I'll be back in a sec. Alright, here's the 3 bits of wood. They're slightly different. I'll just put them down. They've got a few mistakes in them, but that'll be fixed once we start sanding them and making sure they all fit together. But now we're gonna have to glue the whole thing with a some of the glue I have here, all-purpose glue, and we'll clamp it using these clamps, and then we'll get a big slingshot, and then tomorrow morning, bright and early, we'll come and start sanding it. So yeah, let's get to the next step. Okay, I've got the glue and the cutout pieces, plywood, and then 2 of this board of wood that I'm not sure what it is, but it's just some stuff I have loose in the shed. Okay, so this should ensure maybe I went a little overboard on all of the clamps, but this should ensure that the glue will dry nice and solid, and we'll get a nice solid structure when we come back and start to sand it and things like that. So that's it for this part, but next part will be in a sec for you, but in 12 hours for me. So guys, I'm back. It's a new day, and this is finished drawing, so seems pretty solid. I like it. Now, as you can see, the edges aren't straight all the way around, and there's some problems with the design. So first thing we got to do is get a Dremel and begin to round everything off so it's all flush with each other. Can you see that? So yeah, I think this is in the camera. So we'll round everything off and then start to work with other parts of the design. Yeah. Okay, so I'm shooting for something a bit like that. This isn't quite finished there, but flat like that all the way around, and I'll cut you when I've done it all. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, the slingshot's now all nice and flush and smooth. However, as you can see there, this fork is a slightly different shape to that one, so I'm going to use the Dremel to round it off to the same shape. And then we're going to get to beginning to get at the palm swell and finger grooves and stuff like that. So it'll start feeling nice to shoot, but at the moment it's looking pretty good. Okay, did that. Looking great. Now we're going to start with this bit here and getting it to a better shape. Okay, as you can see, I think I've pretty much finished shaping the handle. Obviously, because the Dremel's round, it leaves slightly rounded and unordinary holes and things like that. So that's going to require some serious sanding. But handle feels great. Yeah, you can see how one's curved and the other's curved the opposite direction, and then there's just the plywood going through the middle, which looks pretty cool, I gotta say. So it's just really the forks that have left, and then it's gonna be a lot of sanding just to get everything in place. So yeah. Okay. Alright guys, the slingshot's coming together. I think I'm actually going to flatten this off a little more before I start sanding with the sandpaper. I've come up with a solution for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sand the whole thing down, finish the slingshot. Then I'm going to get some of the glue, try and get it back in there, and then reclamp this, leave this for a while. And then we should have a working slingshot, because I don't want to shoot this in case this whole back bit comes off. So it's one of the problems with using plywood, is sometimes you get little chips come out of it. So not sure I'd recommend it, but normally it's very strong, so it's not going to like snap, but it might split. So yeah, let's get back to flattening this off a little bit more. Just get all this stuff out of the way. And yeah, let's go. Okay, so I'll just do that on the other side, and then we'll start using some of the sandpaper. It's looking good. Yeah. Okay, finished everything. Shaped fine, how I like it. Should fit nicely. Now, only things left to do is a lot of sanding. So, starting off with some nice 150 grit. Most of the stuff I do use is this same 150 grit, but the thing is, it's been worn down a lot, so it's a lot less than 150 grit. So, although it looks like I'm using 150 grit, for some of it, I'm not really. So yeah, let's just go. Because this Dremel is already sanding it to a reasonably thin and nice smooth grit, doesn't require as much sanding as you might think. So I'm going to move on to lots of these thinner grits, all the way up to 1,000, and then I'm going to coat it in linseed oil. Alright, here's a sanded slingshot. Here's some Danish oil here. It's a bit weird because it's not standing. It's not vinegar. I put it in a vinegar bottle because I borrowed it from Ed. But so just cover this in Danish oil a bit, and then And there we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Good, solid, powerful. It's not the slingshot that's the powerfulness, it's the bands. But this is sort of taken slightly darker, and that's taken darker. I think it's because this wood actually has a grain. It's kind of hard to see. But, yeah, so. Okay, so finished, banded it up. Looks great, feels great to hold. I love it. I got my ram bone out just so I could show you a comparison between the palm swells and things like that between the two designs. So I think I did okay. They're pretty similar, and they both fit in the hand pretty similar. So I got some milk cans set up, so I'm just gonna take a few shots. Take one from videoing up here and then one slow motion, and then yeah, that'll be it. So haven't actually fired anything with this yet. Ooh. Okay. Now I've got it. No, okay. Thank you guys very much for watching the new improved tutorial on how to make a good slingshot. It's the improved version because, well, this is a much nicer slingshot than the last one. I'm not sure if I'm going to be selling this particular design because I think it's your Brov's and I don't want to steal it. But it's a nice slingshot, and I think I'll probably start doing slingshots with palm swells. They'll be going on our eBay. There's slingshots at the moment, right now, on eBay. Link will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching. We got 2 new videos coming next week. I've got planned. Not sure I'll get around to recording both of them and uploading both of them. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. And thank you for watching Elite Slingshots.